Hi, Yvette, and welcome to my book club ramblings. Sorry it's so late, but better late than never. Uh, we're talking about Jasper Jones by Craig Silvey. So it's an Australian novel, and I have to say I loved it. 5 stars. Okay, so what did I like about the book? It was beautifully written. It was poetic, really. I thought the way it described situations and people, it was beautiful, it was moving. So I really thought the author used metaphors very beautifully, really painted a picture. One of my favorites is when he refers to the town of Corrigan as a town of barnacles, because everyone's just kind of tucking in and pulling the cap over their eyes and hanging tight, not paying attention to the bad things, blocking out, not really thinking too much about the negative, living more on the surface. So, favorite characters. Who were my favorite characters? I really liked Jeffrey Liu, especially when he was on debut. I really almost felt like I knew what was going on in the cricket game, even though I know nothing about cricket at all. I was super excited and very happy when Jeffrey Liu was on debut. Chuckton Buckton, Charlie Buckton, I really liked Charlie. I liked Charlie's dad. I liked Jasper. I really liked when Jasper's mother, when we heard a little bit more about her backstory, she sounded like a really beautiful person. People I didn't like Charlie's mother. I didn't like Eliza's father. So when I was reading this book and reading the dialogue, I'm imagining American Southerners speaking. I am not picturing an Australian accent in any way. I don't know if anyone else had that experience, but I thought it might actually help if we had an Australian to read out the dialogue so we can hear how that Australian point of view should sound. And it just so happens everyone's favorite reader has volunteered for the role of Australian reading dialogue. Come on down, Ivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ivan Stoich. Today, I will be reading various paragraphs from the work known as Jasper Jones in an attempt to demonstrate to society the proper use of an Australian accent. Because you see, I realise that this book is an Australian book, and many people around the world are not Australian, and as such, they will not fully understand and appreciate an Australian accent. And therefore, they will not fully understand and appreciate Jasper Jones. So let's start with our first paragraph today. You got to get brave, Charlie. It's all it is. I know you're understanding what I've been saying and why I'm in so much trouble. Me, I had to get brave in a hurry. Since I can remember, I had to do it all real quick, Charlie. Some days I feel so old, you know. Yeah, I know what I say. See, everyone's here is afraid of something and nothing. This town, that's how they live. And they don't even know it. They stick to what they know, what they've been told. They don't understand, it's just a choice you make. That's a very intense scene. And I hope my utilisation of the Australian accent has helped you appreciate how intense that scene was. Let's go on to our second paragraph. Yeah, Christ, that's better. I wheeze and hand the bottle back. I can barely see Jasper through my tears. I bloody needed that. Surely I'm not fooling anybody. Nonetheless, I kind of like the spread of heat it's giving my belly. It crumbles and corrodes my brick. I look at Jasper, feeling a little looser now, a little lighter. The hideous potion works. I point at him. Was it your dad who did that? He sits up a little straighter. Was what my dad? very intense. These very intense scenes throughout this work known as with Jasper Jones. Our final scene today that we have to demonstrate the work known as the Australian accent is come. Is Charlie, come on mate. Who do you reckon? I honestly have no idea. I shrug, I don't. Sergeant Local Constable Charlie? What do you mean? Exactly that. They asked me in for a visit and had me locked in for the weekend. What? Why? Are they allowed to do that? They don't need a reason, mate. Besides, who am I to report it to anyway? So then they did that. I gestured towards his face. Sure did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can see there's some fairly intense scenes in this work known as Jasper Jones. And if you listen to them with an Australian accent in your mind, you will enjoy the book a lot more. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. That was a very colorful reading, and I'm sure all of our viewers will love it. So, in conclusion, should you read Jasper Jones? Definitely. It's beautifully written. They cover some very serious themes. Racism, reality versus appearance. It's a great book. 5 stars. Go and read it. Good job, Kristen. Loved your pick. Until next time, bye-bye.